This is Miss Satterley. I'm going to go over the sex-linked traits. So I posted an assignment. This assignment has 6 problems with it and then some questions about the genotypes of both fruit flies and calico cats. So we are doing a couple Punnett squares using traits that are sex-linked. Well, before I get to that, I'm going to explain what a sex-linked trait is. Sex-linked traits are traits that are attached to the X chromosome. Since they're attached to the X chromosome, they're going to be more common in males. So the genotype of a female is XX. And the genotype for a male is XY. Traits are attached to this X chromosome. So if you have a trait that is not favorable, I'm just going to use color blindness. Color blindness doesn't really have any major problems with it, but it is a sex-linked trait and it can cause issues with determining different things. Males. If males receive a damaged gene, I'm just going to make it red. So they have this trait for color blindness. It shows up on their X chromosome. Females, if a female has a trait for color blindness, if a female has a trait for color blindness, then she has to have 2 of those traits in order to actually display color blindness. If she just has a normal gene and a colorblind gene, she's what we call a carrier. But if she has both genes, then she would be someone that has color blindness. So just to summarize this, I'm going to put XX, XX, XX. So you're going to see that a female can be 3 different types, and then XY and XY. I'm going to color this the same way I did. So this is just representing colorblind gene. Just to kind of get an idea of how sex-linked inheritance is going to work. So this is going to be a normal vision, and then she's homodominant. This one down here, she's going to have normal vision, okay? But she is a carrier for color blindness. And this is going to be a colorblind female. Now, males, on the other hand, can either have normal vision or they can have be colorblind. This is because they can't be a carrier. They only have it or they don't have it. So that is how sex-linked inheritance works. So I'm going to use 2 examples that goes with sex-linked traits. First one is fruit flies. So fruit flies can change that. Fruit flies can either have red eyes or white eyes. Fruit flies is actually one of the types of insects that's really used in genetic research a lot, and that's because they have Mendelian traits that are this or that. They do have sex-linked traits and other things. So they're used in genetic research. They're very easy to breed. They mature quickly, so scientists can do experiments with them and have results relatively quickly. So fruit flies are used a lot in genetics research. So red eyes is dominant. This is the dominant trait. Since it's a dominant trait, we're going to use the letter R. And white eyes is the recessive trait. This is a normal inheritance, so recessive would be 2 little r's. So I already have a list of genotypes here. And we're going to classify these either as male or female or the color of eyes that they have. So this first one, this is going to be a female. And I know this because it has 2 X's. And this is going to be a homo-dominant red-eyed female. Because it has the red-eye dominant gene, so I know it is the dominant trait. Okay, next one. Well, I can see this is female again. This is going to be a hetero female, but she is also going to have red eyes. Next one. XX means she's female. This is the homorecessive, and if we look above, recessive means she has white eyes. Now I have males. Males can either be red-eyed or white-eyed. So this male I know has white eyes because it's a little r. And the one above has a big R, so I know that is a red-eyed male. Calico cats is my next example. Calico cats, this is another example of sex-linked traits. Calico cats has an inheritance pattern that we call codominance. Codominance is when you have 2 dominant traits. Since you have 2 traits, you're going to have 2 capital letters. And when you have codominance, both traits are expressed. So in cats, for this example, calico cats can be a lot of different things. You can have a tortoiseshell cat. You can have a classic calico cat that has white fur. They could be either black or gray or have an orange or light brown. It's the same difference. So we have black fur, orange fur, and a calico fur. White hair, this is when it's called X-linked. X inactivation is basically what it is, which means no color is observed, so you get white hair. So the places that a cat is going to have white hair show up, that is because the sex-linked traits are inactivated, so there's nothing there. Black fur. We're actually going to have black fur is going to be represented by a B. Orange fur, instead of using O, we're actually going to use an R for this. So calico fur is going to have 1 B and 1 R. Again, codominance. They both are displayed. They're both going to show up. Of course, this is not proper sex-linked, how you would write a sex-linked trait. This is just for example because it's hard to type on Google Forms. But here are my traits right here. So here's my first one. I have 1 B and 1 R. Okay, we'll look up here. B is black, orange is R, calico is both of them. So this is going to be a female calico cat. Remember, 2 X's is a female cat. Our next one here, we have big B, big B. So again, this is going to be a female black cat. Two R's, which means this is a female orange cat. And now we have the males. Males can either be orange or black. This is a male orange cat. And this is going to be a black male. Now, one of the things I want you to think about, the assignment tomorrow will have a little bit of the sex-linked traits and then the incomplete and codominance with it. And one of the questions is, why can male cats never be calico? If you see a calico cat, it's most of the time it's going to be a female. Male cats, I'm going to change this to blue. I'll do red. Male cats cannot be calico because they only can carry either the black fur gene or the orange fur gene. Not both. Only a cat that has two X's can carry both genes. Now you might see a male calico cat, and that's because sometimes in meiosis, eggs and sperm are not produced properly. So sometimes you might see an XXY, which is the kind of condition. And in that case, you can have a male cat that actually is calico, but that's going to be rare. I'm going to go over sex-linked traits and blood disorders homework. That shouldn't say blood disorders. I didn't put it in there. Okay, sex-linked traits homework. Fruit flies and then some calico cats. So I have 3 problems for fruit flies and 3 problems for calico cats. And then there are a couple questions at the beginning about the genotypes. It is hard to type superscripts. So one of the things I want you to do is copy and paste things. So in fruit flies, eye color is a sex-linked trait. Red is dominant to white. What are the sexes and eye colors of the flies with the following genotypes? On this first one, I've given you the genotype, and you need to fill in. So I did the first one in class, so I'm going to do the same thing on this video. So I have X, big R, Y. Okay, big R I know is for red. So I'll type red in here. And then for the sex, it's an XY, so that's a male. And you would do the other ones. So again, female, 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 male, and then based on the genetics, you'll do the colors. Number 2, what are the genotypes of these flies? The best way to do this is to copy and paste the genotypes from number 1. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So a white-eyed male. I want to know what the genotype is. I'm going to go up here. This has all of my genotypes listed. Okay, a white-eyed male. Well, here it is. X little ry. Control C. Oops. Control C. Control V. That's what I want you to do. It's Control C. I'm going to type it in here. Control plus C to copy. Control plus V to paste. And just so you know, Control plus X actually is to cut or remove. So you'll come up here. So red-eyed female, heterozygous. Hetero means different. So here it is, red-eyed female, heterozygous. I would highlight it. Control C, Control V. There we go. Again, Control X to cut, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Now we're going to go to the problems. Fruit fly problems. So I'm going to walk you through the first one. We did that in class, and then you'll have 2 more to do on your own. I know copy and pasting might be a pain, but you can do it. Okay, so black letters for the parents. That means for the Punnett square itself. So here's my problem. Show a cross between a white-eyed female, so that's my first piece of information that I need, and a red-eyed male. So those are the two things, my parents. White-eyed female. Here's a list of all of the alleles and the sets of genotypes. I need to find white-eyed male or female. Here it is. I'm going to Control C and Control V. Good. Now, a red-eyed male. So this is red-eyed right here, and that is a male. Control C and Control V. That's my first part. Now, fill in the Punnett square. Punnett square below is a modified table. Okay, we've done this before. So here we go. I want you to put the female across the top. So our female is XR, a little r. So I'm going to go over here. I want to highlight the black. Control C, Control V, Control V. You want to tab it back, you can, or you can leave it like that. Okay. Now, male genotype XRY. Well, I need my XR, Control C, Control V, and then I'll just type in Y. Now I need to fill in my Punnett square, doing the same thing. XR, X big R, X little r. I'll come up here and find XR little r. I'm going to copy this, copy, and paste. Now, if that happens, it's because it copied the tab as well. So go in the front and just backspace. There you go. And then over here, XR, big R, and then little r. I'm going to paste the same thing in, and that's my first square. Now I need to do my male. It's going to be X little r, Y. Come up here, X little r, Y. Here it is. Copy. Paste, and it's going to be the same. Paste. Again, I don't really care if it's not lined up. If you want to fix it, that's fine. Last thing you'll do on these problems is what percentage of offspring will be the following phenotypes? Well, white-eyed male. Well, first off, I'm getting ahead of myself here. We have percentages. These percentages will equal 100. It's a box where there's 4, so 1/4 would be 25, 2 or half would be 50, and so forth. So how many of the offspring are white-eyed males? Well, here's a white-eyed male, and here is a white-eyed male. So that'd be 2 out of 4, which is 50%. Next one, white-eyed female. Well, my females here are red. This is red-eyed, and this is red-eyed. So that would be 0. Red-eyed male. Well, my males are already determined as being white-eyed, so that's a 0. And red-eyed female is 2 out of 4, which is 50%. So that's how you do this. So this is a cross between a homozygous red-eyed female and a white-eyed male. So homo means same. So it's this one right here. And then a white-eyed male. This would be white-eyed male right here. And you would do the same thing, where you would put your female genotypes and male genotypes and then fill in your Punnett square the same way we just did it. You'll have 2 more of those. Okay, now calico cat problems. In cats, a gene for calico cats is codominant. Females that receive a B and an R gene have black and orange splotches on white coats. Males can only be black or orange, but never calico. What are the phenotypes of the following cats? I'll do the first one with you. Fur color. So that is an R. R stands for orange. So that is an orange cat. And it is XY, which would be male. Or you can just put M. And you would fill in the rest of that. And then you jump into your problems. Again, we have 4, 5, 6, and I have 4 problems for cats. Let's walk through the first one together. Show a cross between a female calico cat and a black male cat. I'm going to go ahead and change this to white and highlight that black. So we have a black male cat and a female calico cat. I'm going to pick just something there. So the first thing, same thing as above. I'm doing the same thing. I just have different alleles now for my cats. Female genotype, calico cat. Well, calico cat is going to have orange and black. So orange and black. I'm going to Control C, Control V. My male is a black male. So I'm going to go to the one that has a B for black. Control C, Control V. Done. Moving on. Fill in my Punnett square here. Okay. Well, I need to have a B for my female, and I'm going to go ahead and put it there for the male too. This is a Y, and then XR. There we go. Done with that. Now I'm going to fill in my Punnett square here. So XB is my first offspring. Paste. Again, tab it back. This is XBXR, so that is a female calico. Control C, Control V, tab back. This one is going to be XBY. Went too far. XBY, Control C, Control V, tab back. And then XRY. So I'm just going to show you another thing you can do. There is that. Now that I have my Punnett square filled out, now I'm going to do what percentage of kittens will be the following colors and sexes. First one is black male. Do I have any black males? Well, here's a black male right here. So that's 1 out of 4. So that 1 out of 4 is 25%. Next, orange male. Here's an orange male right here. I'm going to highlight that. An orange male. Again, that's 1 out of 25, or 1 out of 4, so it's 25%. Black female. Here's a black female. So again, that would be 25%. Orange female, there's none, so that would be 0. And not looking, it would just be 25 because I know it would equal 100. But here is my calico female right here, so that would be 1 out of 4. So all of those kittens have different colors. So that is how you do the calico cat ones. Again, so a black female cat, orange male cat, so black female cat. This is a black female. And an orange male cat is right here. Orange male, copy, Control C, Control V, and then you would fill in your Punnett square again. So that is, and do the percentage of kittens. Every time you're going to have at least one that's 0. Because you have 5 kitten types and only 4 kittens that could pop up. Okay, so this is the rest of the homework. Again, if you have trouble with the copy and paste, please let me know. Hopefully this video will be helpful, showing you how to Control C and Control V these items. If you have questions, let me know. This assignment will be due not tomorrow, but the next morning. But I will have one more assignment, or I'll have an assignment tomorrow that will be due Friday, and then I'll have a short assignment Thursday that'll also be due Friday, and then we'll be done with third quarter. Okay, so this is sex-linked traits. Just one more time here. I'm going to go up. Sex-linked traits are attached to the X chromosome, more common in males. My color blindness example, and then fruit flies. and calico cats. This information that you see at the top of this document will be posted with this as well, that you can use as something for you to take notes off of. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a wonderful day. Bye.